Hello, all you pioneers out there. Commander Kingfish here, and we are back in Satisfactory 1.0. We are making progress, kind of. And so today, I've got a lot of news to share, and I have started laying out some infrastructure, and I've run the idea past Ada, and she probably thinks it's a good idea. Of course, you never know about Ada. She's always trying to or encourage you through tearing you down, I guess. But that's Ada. So today, well, first off, we're going to start out getting a few research items done. So let's go grab our stuff. We'll get those research items done pretty quick here. And if I just pull these all down into here, this should be all of the stuff that I need to do the research items that I have planned today. Let's get all of this down here. And then I have been hunting and hunting and hunting, and I finally found the cave to get to the crystal. The Lost Crystal Skull Cave. Nodes, whatever you want to call it. An Indiana Jones kind of thing. So if we go to our sulfur here, and what I wanted to get done was the inflated pockets down here at the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that. We always need more, pockets, right? Confirm.
Pocket dimension inflated by utilizing numinous gel hydrology channeled through an etheric spigot. Some used to say this as impossible, but the meaning of that word has long since been removed from my dictionary.
All right, Ada, thank you. So we've got more pockets. Okay, so that's that one. Now we got one under quartz we can get done. So let's go to quartz. And I believe that was the crystal oscillator here. Although I think we have this recipe, we still needed to unlock our tree. So let's go ahead and do that research. All right, confirm.
Research completed. Crystal oscillator recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
Which unlocked this stuff down this tree here. So we would be able to do this one, this one. This might be kind of cool. I don't know what we're going to be able to do with that, but I do like the tractor because I use it for a lot of exploring, but this might be a little easier to get around in. And it unlocks, actually I think it unlocks all of this stuff. So I'll be working away on gathering the stuff, and it looks like I think I can get most of the parts. All right, so that was the quartz. And then we got quite a few items under mycelia. So let's go ahead and get those done. We're going to do the gas noblex, this one right here. Let's go ahead and start that research. And confirm.
Gas Nobelisk unlocked. Chase away creatures with a damaging cloud of gas. Note: also harms unwary pioneers. Not for recreational use.
Okay, so that's kind of a weapon, I guess. And we may or may not use it. Who knows? But we'll see. All right, so now we also have this one here, the expandable tool belt. So let's go ahead and start that research. Confirm.
Tool belt expanded. The latest data indicates that the mycelia possess sentience. Don't worry, we have been given permission to harvest and repurpose their remains.
We have? Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's the expanded tool belt. And I have 2 medicinal inhalers here that I think This one, the therapeutic inhaler. I'm not sure what that does, but let's start the research. Confirm.
Therapeutic inhaler recipe unlocked. It smells like fried breakfast induced cardiac arrest, but surprisingly, it restores you to full health.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, and then we got the other medicinal vitamin inhaler. Let's start the research. Confirm.
Vitamin inhaler recipe unlocked. Not only does it restore your health, it also acts as a preventative supplement against scurvy and other shortage-induced conditions. Unfortunately, it does not improve aesthetics, but Pioneer helmets are built to withstand extreme circumstances.
All right. I guess we're going to be able to heal ourselves. And at some point, we'll make a bunch of that stuff. Right now, I have been able to just survive on the burl nuts, which has worked pretty good. So that leaves us just a couple of items left here, which I literally can go ahead and do this one. So let's go ahead and do the parachute. All right, let's confirm.
Parachute unlocked. FICSIT appreciates your willingness to descend rapidly to perform your duties, but damaging FICSIT property is a breach of contract and will have unpleasant consequences. Improve descent efficiency by combining the forces of gravity and drag with a parachute.
Okay, so we have that, and I still have that synthetic polyester fabric to do, so I don't have any of the stuff on that. All right. So that was everything, plus a bonus one that I got. All right, so that was everything on the research. Okay, so let's go up, and I'm going to show you the infrastructure that we got, and then we're going to go build our rock crystal mining, and I'll show you where the cave was to get to those crystals, because I think the last episode I showed you where we were at. Where am I going here? Over here. The last episode I showed you where the crystals were and where I thought that they were underground, and the only way that you were going to get to them was to find a cave, and I finally found that cave. So we'll go ahead and look at that. But as you can see, I've got infrastructure started. Now, basically what I'm doing is getting everything kind of laid out. I don't have it all filled in. Let's jump over here. So I will eventually fill these holes all in, but I have built this out. And if we run down here, the whole idea of this was to build this structure up above what's already existing. And I think for the most part, I am really happy with my iron and not steel, but the iron works, the ore and building those plates and screws and stuff like that. So I've got plenty of stockpile on that. So I'm not going to replace that. Plus that is my somewhat automated biomass. And I've got that pretty well stocked up right now too. So we're not having to worry. That's only as a last resort if for some reason I should suck the power down. I also have 3 batteries set up around the area. But if we come running out over here, we're going to see that I have built basically a bridge. And again, my plan is to kind of fill this all in so I have one huge platform to work off of. So I've built this up that this whole area will ultimately become a manufacturing area. And it's going to be my tier 2 and tier 3 type stuff that I can't get done. But if we come running over here, you'll see that I have built out, well, I'll show you when we get down over here, because I'll be able to get back up here. And I think I actually have enough juice in the jetpack to jump down and jump back up. Actually, I'm pretty sure I do right here. So let's do this. If not, I can swim over. I had to clear this out of critters. There was a couple of nasty ones, but you can see I've kind of built the bridge out, and this is going to all be supported. So this is what I'm building out through here. So let's see if we can get back up to the bridge. Oh, I fell just short. Oh, come on. Let's see if we'll try it one more time. There we go. I thought I could get up here. Okay, so if we continue out here to the end of where I've got the bridge, there's this natural arching bridge that I can get up and down on. This had a slug on it, and I got this. But this had some unfriendly characters out here, and I had to clear them out. And you can see that there's still another one over there. But if we go to our scan and we scan for oil, and I kind of figured this is where the area was. So we've got oil right there, 198. That's that patch right there, I think. And then there's one at 335, which I think is a patch right there. And then I think there is another one just right off and over and in there. So we got 3 oil patches that we're going to be able to start harvesting oil. And that almost looks like an oil patch right there. I'm not sure. But we're going to be able to start pulling this oil in for producing rubber and some of the other products that we're going to need for the aluminum. And then also, I'm kind of starting to form a plan in my head on how to get that bauxite. We're going to build this platform over as close as we can into the edge of the cliff. I am going to build it up to be able to get up above, and then we're going to use conveyors. So we're going to set up miners onto the bauxite and have them pull it down, and then I'll use conveyors to pull it down below, and then we'll be able to start manufacturing because we'll have water. There's water all along here. We've got water here, and so I can either pull the water up from down there, or we've got a lot of water over there. If you remember when we first started looking for the bauxite, there was a big lake over there with the alien matter in the middle of it. So I've also need to set that up and harvest that. So if we get back over here, we're going to, I'll show you the other aspect of what I'm going to be doing. Done a lot of off-camera work, as you can tell. If we get down over to this far end, I'll be able to extend this out. This is some of the area that I am going to bring up here. So that'll manufacture will get removed, and I'm going to, excuse me, set it up here, and then have all the products coming into it. Same with that one there. Get that set up because this is really starting to turn into a bit of a cluster, and it was getting to be kind of a hassle the way I've got that set up, just to try to get some of the parts built to go and gather the parts and bring them in so that they can get processed. So we're going to remedy that at some point. I'm getting it all set up here, and then we're going to be able to start working towards getting our objective completed, which is the phase 4. Now, if we start running over this way, you can see that's the road, basically. That's where the truck is going. And one of the things building this up, I was able to build this up and put the supports in down below so that the tractor and the truck can keep right on driving in and dropping off their deliveries. And the other thing that I want to do, once I get this platform all built out, I want to be able to set up trains. And I think trains will be the most efficient to be able to get some of the products in and revamp some of the processes. Like if I can get trains to come in and bring all of my steel parts down, stuff that's being built up there. Likewise, some of this stuff that I have being built on the far factory over there, if I can get that to come in into kind of a central location, I think that'll work out a lot better. All right, so that's kind of the future. That's kind of the plans. And we're going to be building a long time here. I also bought a few more architectural type things, so we'll be putting rails up and stuff like that. We're going to really get into some really nice base building, which is what I actually really enjoy doing. I do a lot of that over in Space Engineers, and so this is what I'm kind of excited about, building up this factory and creating basically a base. So let's see, I'm trying to remember, where did I park my tractor at? I've got all the parts on me that I think that I need. I think my tractor is right down here somewhere. Where did I park it? Maybe right over here? Yeah, here it is. Parked it over here. So now, off to the Lost Crystal Mines. And let's see if we can... Let's see if we can get something built. And I see the truck just headed out, so we're just going to haul butt. We'll get over there. We'll kind of follow him on over. So again, if you remember, up and we'll stop up here. We can stop right about here. So looking off in that direction, that's where I was getting the readings to find the crystal nodes. And I would get up there and I would get up there and I'd get within about 95 meters of them, and then they would just start switching all over the place. So the conclusion was they were underground or they were above, and there was no structures overhead. So I knew they had to be underground. And so there had to be a cave somewhere. And I hunted and hunted and hunted. I went all over the place. Finally, I was looking, just stumbled across it actually. It was over where the other factory is, the cave entrance. And again, I just kind of stumbled onto it. So let's get over here. Let's get out of the way of him. There we go. You can go ahead and put coal in this thing since we're about half empty. And then we'll get started on building out that crystal. Come on. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I should have plenty. I just wanted to get this filled up. I forgot about power. I think I should have enough stuff on me though to get the power out. If not, I think I can gather up enough stuff to build. So if we come over here, all right. So there was I got 4 coal fields here. I haven't tapped this one yet, but so you can see I'm pulling the coal out of there, and I've got the coal coming out over here. Again, the oil was off and over on the other far distance over there. And so now, if we do a scan for these raw quartz, we're going to see that they're off and in that direction. there it is, westerly, about 705 meters, and it looks like there's two nodes in there. There's another one back off over this direction, but you're going to be amazed. You can't see this cave unless you're just up here exploring around. And if we jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, and voila, there's a damn cave kind of hidden over in here. So my plan is to set up two large industrial storage bins here, one for silica and one for the processed quartz. And then I'm just going to let them build up. So if we kind of go into here, and we better get this out, because I kind of walked a little ways in here and I looked up and I saw the little four-legged stinger spider thingies. And so I know that they're kind of a pain in the rear end, so to speak. And so if we kind of keep walking up and in through here, we're going to see this huge cave. I was getting a little frustrated, but glad I finally found it. All right, let's hop up here. And I think, see where those blue mushroom things are. I think there's going to be some spiders in there. Yeah, there they are. There's usually 4 of them. Might be a few more. I see at least 4. I see 5. All right, come on. Let's see if we can't get these guys to chase after us. And we'll start backing. Oh, there we go. All right. Get some of them to come after us. Come on. Come on. All right, there's one. Where are you? Come on. Come on, come on. All right. There's 2 of them down. And grab that. Eat a burl nut. All right, let's get back to our... I see one. I think he kind of trapped himself. Yeah. All right, that helps. All right, I know there's at least 2 more. Oh. Oh, where'd he come from? All right. All right, we've got him. Okay. Should be at least 1 more. And who knows, there could be even more than that. Oh. Oh, yeah, there's at least 2. Come on. All right, that's got those. 2 whacks takes them out. All right, let's eat a few more burl nuts. All right, we got our health back. We might end up, I think these shrooms are maybe pickable. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, the small ones are. We'll just leave them. Kind of cute. We'll only take out the ones that are going to be in our way. Let's do a scan. See how close we are. I can't really read it. Oh, 517. And he just kind of came out of nowhere. All right. Kind of cool. Can't imagine that. Oh, I think I see something over there. I think that might be it right there. Let's do another scan. Yeah, I think that's it. And I'm sure there's got to be some critters. I'm surprised we haven't hit anything really big. Let's look around. Oh, here we go. Oh, I see him. All right, there's another one here. Where did he go? Where is he? Oh, he's... Oh. All right. So... I see... There's another quartz, but you know what we also found in here? I think that is another alien matter. So that's kind of cool, actually. I didn't know that that was here. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to come over and mark that. One back. Uh-oh. Got lots of them. Uh-oh, I'm kind of backed up. Oh, crap. Well, let's go and grab all of these carcasses. Oh, another one. All right. And there was another one over here someplace. Where did it go? Okay, well, I guess we're not going to get too worried about this. But I do see another spider over here. You know what? Better eat something. I'd hate to die all the way over and into here. Wow. This place is just crawling with spiders. Oh. Where is he? Oh. There he is. Well, I guess we don't get his carcass, because it spawned down below down there. I see another spider right there. Okay. Oh, this cave splits off and stuff down here. All right. Uh-oh. All right, so what I wanted to do was make sure there's nothing around. Let's need a couple of these. So let's go to the map. And this is where we're at right here. We want to put a new marker right here. And we're going to call it alien matter. And kind of the best one I found was just this kind of right here. Select the icon. And then we're going to apply that. So there we go. So now we have this marked on the map. We know where that's at. And then I can see this cave runs off out in that direction, out that way too. So we got a lot of exploring to do down here, but let's get back to the task at hand. We are going to mark this, and let's go the map again, and let's put a new mark right here. Raw quartz. Why? Oh, did I finish that? Oh, you know what? Dang it. All right, I'm gonna have to move off of it so I can edit that. But we've got to go over here and hop over here to this one. Uh-oh. There was something around here. Well, I don't see them. Okay. Back to the map. This we need to select an icon, stamp, map, select, apply. There we go. Raw quartz, alien matter. And then we're going to put another one in right here. And what I really should do is raw quartz. Right, select this, stamp, that, select, and apply. All right. What I really should try to do is put stuff in like this here where I've got the plant. And at some point, I'm going to have to do that. But let's make sure I am heading. So my tractor and docking. Yeah, that's the way we need to go. And that's the way we came in. I didn't remember passing. Oh no, that's looking the wrong direction. Because that's that alien matter. We're going to want to go back this way. All right. Let's get this miner going. And production. I want to throw down right here. And what we are going to do is, instead of having to come back in here, start throwing some poles down. If we put this in maybe right over, about right here. Well, you know what? Let's run it down along this side of the cave. Put it right here. And we should be able to connect that. Now we also need to start running our conveyor out. And maybe come over to the edge right about here. I want to make sure I'm not going through stuff. That kind of bothers me. I think if we do that about like that, and let's go ahead and just raise it up one notch. That will give us some lateral movement. Let's see. We kind of split those. I think so. Let's see what happens. Do that. Now let's put another power pole in. So our power is right there. I guess I'm going to have to put it right there because I don't want the line going through the rock. So let's do that. Let's connect that to there. I think that looks good. All right. So now we run this next power pole maybe over to what am I doing? Let's get our power pole. Touching too many buttons. I think if we put our power pole maybe somewhere about right here. Maybe, I wonder if we can get as far as, I think we can get it to kind of come in right here. Let's see if this will connect up to there. Okay, cool. All right, now let's see if we can get our, see how far we can get our, that didn't look the way I wanted it to. All right, you're gonna make me come back over here. There we go. Now, oh, that's as far as we can go with this. Oh, let's go ahead and do that. Then we'll click onto there and click this up to here. Oh, that right there is good. And then we have to, you know, I probably could have done this a different way. I probably could have laid out a bunch of concrete slabs and tried to transport it out, but I think this conveyor system is going to work as good once I get it all in. So I tell you what, once I get the, you can kind of see what's going on here. Once I get the conveyor system and the power all out to the main entrance out there, I'll catch back up with you there. All right, well, I am out here to the cave entrance, and I wanted to, let me do something here. Get this stuff picked up and out of here. But it is not in our way. So, I should have quartz on its way. It's a long ways back there. I've got power hooked up, and we will come back and in there. Now, I'm debating on should I put my, what I wanted to do was put a couple of industrial storage bins, and I think what I'll do is I'll work backwards from here. So let's put those in. I should have storage, and the idea is that I'm just going to let the silica and quartz kind of hit H, put the hologram on hold. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is probably putting my constructors down in the hole down there. So let's see, I can move this over a bit. Yeah, I think right there. And the other one we will put right here. I think we're going to get it in right here. All right, there. I just saw it kind of. Come on. Hold. All right. And I think we can just move it over a bit. We'll put that right there. All right. So that means we need to... we need to put our splitter in, I think, maybe right about here. So let's put our splitter in right here. Logistics, that's going to be this guy right here, which, dang it, come on. Put that right in. The hologram. That will be good. I just wished I could turn it once. Maybe, yeah, let's out a little. That should be good right there, I think. We'll put one constructor. Oh, quartz has made it. All right. And so let's hit 6. Let's go ahead and hook these quartz in. Should be able to bring those right down to there. Okay, now I got to put 2 constructors in. Hopefully I've got enough room. And you know what? I kind of forget that I have this other tool. This one right here. All right. Let's get this rock out of our way. All right, we'll stand back. And let's blast that out. And I think if we blast this one out of here, back a little bit, that got those out. Perfect, actually. So now what I want to do is put my constructor. Oh, I hope I got room for both of them down in here. But if we put this over here, let's hit the hologram. That should allow us, we might have to put the other one back here a little ways so that we have enough conveyor room to get up there. But I actually kind of like that one right there. Let's just kind of do this. Just turn it slightly like that. All right, there we go. Now we need to, oh, you know what we're going to need to do? I think I need to put another power pole in right here. And we'll just put it in right here in the middle. We'll connect in from that one to there. And that will give us into there. And this is going to be are, nope, I don't want that. We're going to configure this. We're going to create quartz crystal with this one, and we should be able to come right off the side here, come over here, get up here where we can see. Let's kind of turn that right there about like that, and we should be able to just kind of connect into that right there. And let's connect up, and maybe just going to the top one up there. And then that should be producing our quartz to fill in. All right, that's that one. Now we need to do one more. You know what? We need to take out this last rock. It's going to take out our burl nut, but that's okay. Let's get to our obelisk, and let's stick to that. Get back over here out of the way. Yeah, there went the burl nut. All right, so let's grab another constructor. I think we need to kind of go back a bit for this one. Let's get the hold hologram, and we can walk up here. And that should give us the ability. What we'll probably have to do is let's nudge this back a little bit more. That should allow us to go into there. Then we should be able to go up there and bring our conveyors up and then in. So let's go ahead and build it right there. And then we need to get powered here. Have that right there. And then we are going to configure this for silica. Nice, okay. Now, if we run our... It's clipped into the rocks a little bit there. I probably could have put a platform down there, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and grab 6. Take those over in there like that. And you don't even notice that clipping. All right, now, if we come up here like this, I think we can bring that right up here. And if we kind of do that, and we kind of right into there like that. And there we have it. There we got silica being processed. So we'll have that as we need it. And then we've got our raw quartz. And so we should be able to store a bunch into here. And I might have to do that with some of my other storage bins, so that we can start stockpiling even more stuff. Well, we have gone on for a little over 45 minutes, I think, and we managed to get some research done again, and we managed to find those damn quartz and get those processing, and so we're making silica and crystal quartz. So I think we're going to be at a pretty good spot here where we can call the video good. So let's just, and then we're going to be able to maybe at some point be able to build this out and whatever we need to do with that stuff right there. So, all right, well, let's call the video good right here. Okay, well, all you pioneers out there, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help the video out. And please subscribe. That'll really help out the channel. Okay, pioneers, keep those efficient production lines going so that Ada will stay happy. And with that, Commander Kingfish is out of here, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.